Hello and welcome to another update video about VeChain. VeChain is moving up further. It got rejected by the price channel, briefly at least, yeah, but it eventually broke above that price channel. That's certainly something that has bullish implications, and it is the first time that we've basically for the first time we're breaking out of the channel, yeah. We haven't really made a higher high here. If I went to the daily chart, you would clearly see that you can see it on the 4 hour as well, but obviously it would, depends on what time frame we're looking at here. On the daily, I would say we're still in the downtrend, but we can get into an uptrend if we break above the 2.85 cent level and then make a higher low afterwards. So then we have a chance to get back into an uptrend on the daily. But yeah, we have 5 waves up, certainly complete. Could get a bit more, could get a bit higher. We talk about the next targets in a minute, but this is certainly the most substantial rally that we had since the, not really since the beginning of the bear market, but since we dropped below the 88.7% FIB level, which was at 3.3 cents. So VeChain shows strength. It broke out of that channel. That has bullish implications, and we need to be ready that this uptrend could be over shortly. In the last video, we said we're going to take a look at how we are reacting to the price channel, but obviously we still are pushing higher, and because we broke above the first target, which was here the 61.8 extension at 2.32 cents, we are now looking at the next target, which will be the 2.55 cent level. But let me double check. Just that I give you accurate targets, yeah. So that's correct. Yeah, no, if I put the wave, that's fine. 2.55 cents is the 1-to-1 ratio, so that would be the next target. And looking at it, we can say that we had that 1-2 setup down here. That's fine. That this here was the wave 3. This was the wave 4. This was an entry point, a really epic entry point for anybody who took it. I know a few of the community, a few people took it, and you are up like 25% in just a few days. That's really nice. You can move up your stop loss, or you take partial profits. That's entirely up to you, even though we don't really have a confirmation that the downtrend is starting, because that will start at some point, and that could work out as follows. So maybe we move a bit higher. Maybe 2.55 cents would be the next target. After that, we are probably looking here at the range around 2.7, 2.8 cents. Yeah, this would also be in line with 1.272 and 1.38 FIB extensions. So looking forward to that, but maybe we don't even get there. So this is now going to get interesting. The way we are moving up suggests that we are in an ending diagonal. So a lot of coins are doing that at the moment. The shape, it often takes the shape of an ending, diagonal, ascending wedge, basically. We could say that the structure could be here. Let me think. Doesn't really matter where I put the wave 1, possibly here, 1, 2. Yeah, this could be the 3, 1, 4, and then one more higher here to that 2.5, 2.6 cent level. Would be pretty much also in line with the 2.55, did we, yeah, so somewhere there. Pretty much in line with the upper trend line as well. Let's see if we get there. If we break out of this trend line to the downside, it could suggest that the ABC correction here is starting to the downside, highlighted here in green, and that could lead to that larger B wave to the downside. Entry point here, yeah. Alternatively, or another count would be 1, 2 instead of AB. We don't know that yet. So that's what the future will show. But certainly if we then start our correction, ideally in 3 waves, and we can hold here the area around the 50 to the 78.6 FIB retracement, that might be the next, let's call it low risk entry point. I'm just gonna assume we might get to the 2.55 cent level and come down from there. Of course, we don't know that yet. This story is still being written. But if we get into this area down here, measured from that high, we have another nice entry point. Yeah, and if this is a 1-2 setup or just an AB, doesn't matter, because we can still trade an impulse to the upside either in a wave 3 or a wave C. Getting interesting, but shows a lot of strength at the moment, VeChain. Now we can see on the 4-hour chart now bearish divergences, which often happens in a fifth wave, so that would rather confirm this wave count. Here we also see very nicely, we did cover that in one of the member live streams now extensively, what I sometimes say that the wave 4 has sometimes a stronger reading on the RSI than the wave 2. Here you can see that, so we made a higher low, that's just for educational purposes, we made a higher low on the price chart, but actually a lower low on the RSI, so a hidden bullish divergence, which already sort of predicted this move to the upside. That's also why we had an entry point here. I'm not always calling out these sort of findings from the indicators in every video, because it would make every video longer, but I do observe the indicators in the background, and we discussed it now in 3 member live streams, how to use these indicators to be able to confirm wave counts. Yeah. So if you're interested in learning more, feel free to check out the channel membership. You can watch all the recordings. We cover the moving averages, RSI and MACD. But this is one of those, ideas or ways to do it. Looking at a bullish, hidden bullish divergence between waves 2 and 4 can confirm to you that a wave 5 is still coming. And then towards the end of the wave 5 or in the wave 5, you start to see these bearish divergences. That's exactly what we're seeing here. And that is also what we often see in an ending diagonal, which means the bulls are getting exhausted. But for now, we are still pushing higher. It's quite impressive what VeChain is doing here at the moment. So I'm observing that, of course, very, very closely, and I am watching if we are getting rejected at the 2.55 cent level, which is the 1-to-1 ratio. And if not, obviously we can push a bit higher here. I would say into that region here that I mentioned, around 2.7, 2.8 cents. There will be a lot of resistance up there as well, just because it's sort of this significant swing high. Looking from a perspective here on the 4-hour chart or the daily chart, you can see that very, very clearly. And in addition to that here, around 2.8 cents, we've got all these swing lows. So it's going to become an interesting range, and that is maybe where we are going to get rejected. Okay, that's my update about VeChain. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.